there.
It was close.
Clay will think, oh my gosh, I can't even do it right.
We kind of got sidetracked.
We're too busy.
I'd make a motion to approve the minutes of October 12th.
Second. Okay, we have a motion and second to approve the minutes. All in favor, say aye. Should we? Better sign it.
That's all I want to ask a question.
Okay, I'll go for
Sign the protest.
it. Well, you don't have to send it until you get your answer.
Jeez, Kurt, how'd you do that?
Yeah, my pen wasn't good. We could go in at 8:33 and adjourn at 8:35.
35.
I just have one thing.
Okay.
We need to update the firewall on our server. I got Randy. Ours
Is
is,
this Clinton proof?
I don't know.
Can you bleach it and beat it with a hammer?
It's just a question.
All I know is ours is over 6 years old, and they aren't doing any more upgrades to it, so it leaves us very vulnerable to security and viruses and all that.
Fireball.
And we do have room in the budget this year for it, so.
I move we purchase the
Sonic fire.
sonic firewall from Randy Clark.
Second that.
Okay, we have a motion second to approve the firewall from Randy. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Can you sign the bottom of that for me? That's all I have.
We will recess. I move we go into executive session for 15 minutes for non-elected personnel.
I say that. Personnel issues. That's good.
Okay, we got a motion and a second to go into executive session for 15 minutes for non-elected personnel with Misty. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried.
I talked to him, I got him down 1547. But let's go ahead and hold that right now because I think he's a little high on the yellow.
Okay.
Because here's what it comes down to a lane mile on the light, which would be double that because the lane mile is just one side. So, and it's usually 16, so, but I mean, the line should stay better.
Well, as what I guess is what's got me concerned is if he's going to quote a price, and how many of these miles did you have?
55. So that would be double, that'd be 110.
110.
Well, 110 lane miles.
Oh, okay.
And then this is just flat per mile because the yellow is just, you know.
There's roughly 4,000.
Yeah, here. Well,
And this is roughly what, you say? This is just 55 miles?
yes. But without knowing the exact amount of gallons you're going to shoot, I mean, it makes it pretty tough.
Well, I think,
And I don't-
there's just something way off from his bid to what the invoice is for.
So,
And that's only 46.
yeah, because this should be, because usually it's only 4 miles, and there were some, I know there were some passing lanes,
Right.
but, I mean, and there's probably more this time than there usually is, but it's still, that is, to me, that is a high figure. It should be closer to 10 miles per gallon. Because even if you shot a single solid line all the way through a mile, going through.
From,
it would
on
be-
Old 50, a mile east, did they spill some there?
Yeah, no, they had a break.
Oh, right.
Yeah, they had a break.
I
so
saw
they-
one of them somewhere else too, and I can't remember where it's at.
The line broke on them,
Oh.
and so they said some counties have a fit, and they go out there and spray it. But they washed it off best they could, and it'll wear off. But I'll call him on that because I think the yellow was a little high.
How'd they get to 41,000 though?
So, well, they shot 27,000 or 2,745 gallons times $15.47 per gallon shot.
But that don't even come up in their quote.
Yeah, it is right there.
$15.97 per gallon applied. So if
And I think-
so if they back, but if you back that up to their quote, their actual quote of $25,785
That was just for the
plus freight,
Yeah, that was just for the
plus labor,
And I don't know if that was some figures that I threw out there.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't either, and it's been too long ago. I can't tell you. I remember talking about it, but I thought we were talking around $10,000 is what I thought it took, for us to do
Right. And material.
it. You know what I mean?
Down. Just a minute, let me find it again.
That's my,
I-
well,
Okay.
I understand where you're coming from.
$41,000, we would have probably done something a lot
I
different.
put, if the county sprayed the miles, it would cost approximately $35,000, $10,075 labor and equipment,
Okay,
plus the
that's right.
$25,785 for materials.
And their quote was $33,000, so it was a little bit cheaper than what we could have done it for. But they're 10,000 higher than that yet. They're 10,000 higher than what we.
Well, I mean, usually, all right, so if we'd have bought that
higher than
paint,
what we could have done. for.
Right.
and actually, I sold some beads back to him that I
Right.
didn't, but, yeah.
I mean, that just kind of caught my attention, I guess, that's why I requested.
Well, and I thought and I was going to, I guess I spaced it off, but that yellow was too high. I mean, 13 gallons in a mile for yellow is, for an average, is way too
Right.
high. And I will call and talk to him about that, so we'll revisit this. So
But I guess that's not gonna make an $8,000 adjustment.
No, it's not gonna make no $8,000 adjustment. It would probably be 100 gallon, $1,500.
Can you just tell him that, man, it's not anywhere near the quote we got?
Well, no, it is what the quote we had, because it was $15.97 per gallon applied. And this is what the gallons that he shot. See, we were rough estimating, and I don't know if I did that, or, I mean,
Okay. So in other words, he used more paint than what we.
yes,
Yes.
I mean, because, okay, when I
You can tell him I'm not gonna do it next year.
Well, actually, we got lots of things done while we were doing it.
Well, I mean, $10,000 or $8,000 is a lot of money,
Oh, I know.
to be that far off on one project.
so,
Because I was on the fence of even doing that and with the difference. Now we're 8,000 higher than what we could have done it for. I mean, that's. I don't think
well,
that's-
that was, okay, if that was figuring the 20s.
And we were figuring 65 miles when you presented this to us.
Well, I was figuring if
60.
theoretically, if
60
you
miles.
shot the 16 gallon per.
Approximately
And
60
I mean,
miles.
if you get it right down to the 16 gallons
Right,
per,
right,
I mean, it starts knocking things down.
Right.
But like I said, that was so long ago. But I think, because I said it cost us around $10,000, right?
Labor
And that's just to spread
and
that.
equipment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that wasn't to do anything, I mean, that's not cleaning the machine, not getting the machine ready, set the machine and all this other.
Do you think we could have done it for the 35,000 that you said?
Yeah, but could we have done it?
For that amount?
Oh, I'd have to do some figuring, but yeah, I mean, but he was in here 2.5 days, done and gone.
Right.
And where it takes us a week, then that takes,
Well, at that kind of price, we could buy that machine. If he can do it in 2.5 days, why can't we?
because we don't have that big of a machine.
That's what I'm saying. For 10,000 a year, if you're gonna be overpriced 8,000 a year for 10, 15 years, that pays for a pretty expensive machine pretty quick.
Well, he had a new truck and he held 10,000 pounds of bees and did a nice job, I mean.
Yeah, I'm not griping about the job he did, I'm griping about the bid and the price we have to pay. That's what I'm griping about. I'm not really griping, I'm just, upset by it, I guess.
Well, I know everybody else is, I mean, we're one of the last counties that was painting. We really are. I mean, everybody else, because it takes so much time. Because we got a 20-year-old, almost a 20-year-old machine. Yeah, it's been maintained, but it's still, 20 years old, it's 20 years old. And it, we spend so much time filling up with paint and stopping, because we go, when we do white, okay, we can do 110 gallons on our machine, put 110 gallon on the machine. So that gets us 6 miles, but we can't go that far at the beats.
Right.
So every 3 miles, we're stopping and filling with beats. Well, all the time you're stopped, I mean, even if we work from daylight, and you can't go daylight,
Right.
but I mean, you go to dark, I mean, it's still, we can't get that many miles done.
That's fine. I mean, I'm not asking you to do what they're doing in 2 days.
No.
I mean, for the cost difference.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out where you're coming up with the 8,000, because,
That's what Nita gave me these numbers.
okay,
You got 25,785, Nita? And you had 84,7065 is the numbers she gave me.
25, the amount quoted, this is what I have in the minutes.
Okay.
Was $25,785 for materials, plus an additional $8,470.65 for labor.
okay, well, that was our labor with no fringe benefits or anything added into it. And if you added the fringe benefits, our labor becomes $10,000.
Okay, so now we got our difference to 6,000.
Mhm. And that was at 2785 on the paint, correct?
25,785 for materials, it says.
Okay. Well, there's 1,500 there, so I mean, I'll go back and do some figuring on it and try to. No, I understand what you're saying.
Well, I mean, yeah,
No,
I don't care if it takes us 3 weeks to do it.
Well,
I mean, for that cost difference, I mean, if we need a bigger machine, then we look at trading it off and put the difference that would be saving towards that machine.
well,
What's a new machine like they use?
I mean, even if it's something that, if we're the only county that still does our own paint, then maybe we lease our machine to Barton County or somebody wants to do
Clark
it.
County ain't gonna use it.
Well, I don't,
I'm
there's
just,
gotta be another county that, sure, we'll save money by doing that.
if there is, I don't know who it is. I mean, because I talked to a lot of guys and I know nobody that's doing their own paint department anymore. And part of it's liability, and part of it's the speed issue.
Edwards and Connie use the same.
Edwards does
I don't
not,
think they
Edwards
take it all.
doesn't strike. And and I can tell you what's gonna happen if we don't strike. You guys are gonna be able to get lots of phone calls,
Yeah.
because even when we have this, the time we seal and the time we get a stripe, if we have any time of fall, any people are.
Maybe Edwards County would use it.
It needs to be striped. I mean, I'm not saying it don't need to be.
Oh, yeah, I knew once we went for a lot of years and didn't strike, for a lot of years.
Have to see what the economy's like here.
But when we go striping, it takes a guy on the back, takes a guy on the front, takes a truck up front, a truck up back. And then a lot of times you have another truck in the back doubles. Or the guy in the front comes around to the back a lot. When the guy in the tonner has to come back and get paint, and you're shuttling.
How often do you have to fill up with paint? Probably every half mile, mile?
No.
Miles, what is it?
It holds 110, and theoretically, if everything is just right, you're putting down 16 gallons of white on 1 inch. And so you get about a little over 6 miles, I believe is what it is. Or right around 6 miles, 6 to 7 miles.
You gotta stop at
Yeah.
dozen dimes and refill.
But I mean, you can't go that 6 miles because your bead tank is not big enough that you have to stop and fill up probably in half that. One 1 to 55 gallon tank takes about 1 tank of beads. And I think that's a 400 pound. which actually comes around to about 7 or 8 pounds of beads per gallon, or per mile, per gallon.
Well, we ought to make sure next year anyway that we have a.
And maybe this is on me because I didn't present the facts good. I don't know.
I don't have.
Like I said, I've slept too many times. I do know it helped us a lot to where we went and got to do the other thing. We got Stewart Road pulled up, got a crown in it, got it sanded, and we're starting on some township roads today. And so,
Check out the intersection right north of Cindy's house, that concrete culvert that's.
I'm actually gonna go pull that thing out.
Good. Good.
We
That's
started
been
pulling,
needed to be done.
we started pulling up this along the north edge of town this morning.
I have no idea why that has not been done, the township didn't do that years ago too.
Yeah.
Cause it is stuck up, right now it's sticking up worse than I've ever seen it, but it's stuck up for all my lifetime.
So we're gonna pull that up, we're gonna pull the 2 miles from the city's foot ponds going north.
It gets black up there.
Yeah. Well, actually, there's some pretty good ditches out there. It is basically getting that big berm off the side. Put the crown in where they're not,
Yeah, you'll find out how wet it really is if you get clear down to the bottom.
Yeah, we're probably not gonna go, but we'll probably get
Keep
that.
Rose Valley taken care of.
Yeah, we got some more work we're gonna do down there, but I mean, we got their other spots sanded. We got some other things we're gonna do down there. So, I mean, like I said, we've got plenty to do.
He's done a good job of mowing. That is the cleanest mowing job I've ever seen compared to what the township ever done. I mean, it's mowed off nice.
Well, we've got 1/4 of ours done, that's the southwest. They're gonna finish up this over here in St. John Township, and then we're gonna start with northwest to get it done. It'll take about another couple of weeks, 7 to 8 days.
Now
I
you run
suppose.
them all the way out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, with the mowed them all the way out of.
You can actually see
This
how to
will
get
be
into
last
the
time.
field.
Yeah.
This will be last time.
It's amazing. Yeah. Yeah, it's not gonna grow anymore now.
Good deal. I think Barton County mows theirs once a year. I mean, that's
On
on
the back
tall,
slopes,
period.
so.
That's some tall grass they're mowing, and they're barely moving.
Well, they got a lot of miles too. I
Yeah.
mean, they've got 400 miles blacktop. That is a lot of miles.
Then they mow that drainage flood control.
Rice County.
They mow that or the city?
It looked like the county to me.
So,
And then 2 minor extra tractors down in there when I saw them.
that's the city.
Oh, that's city.
I think Rice County the same way, maybe runs.
Oh, I think where we mowed the back slopes the second time,
It's helped.
it's helped with the pigweeds a lot.
Yeah,
I mean, we still got guys encroaching, but we're always gonna have that.
yeah.
And one guy told me, he says, well, all these weeds are becoming so chemical resistant, he says, you may see more of that. And I said, well, it is what it is, I mean,
That's why we have mowers.
yeah. Because actually, I talked to one that was swinging out around some stuff, and I said, please don't do that. I said, you're killing the grass. He said, well, killing that cheat. And I said, cheat ain't growing this time of year.
Yeah, well, once you kill everything, then I guarantee you cheat's gonna come.
It's all gone.
I'll just more figure out to get them to you, let's see. But I think that's where the $8,000 come from. Yeah.
Well, I just thought it was a little bit right at or a little cheaper than what the county could do it for, and then we got that bill. It's like, I don't remember that number. I remember low 30s, mid 30s, but not 41.
And maybe I'm part of that deal, I was projecting, just the 4 lane miles and that capacity.
Right.
Like I said, she
I'm
and I didn't
assuming
write it
Carl will
down,
be
but
here,
I-
he's in class this week, so yeah.
There's been a lot of water into the creek since then.
Yeah.
I don't know, it seems like we have a rash of signs getting knocked down right now for some
Saw
reason.
that. There's still sometimes we go over north of Maxville and back on the county line a mile to the east, that signs
Oh, yeah, we got 911s.
everywhere.
And I thought, oh, wait, everybody's got two lives, so I can't feature leads again. I don't know why they did that, because we went out of
That
our
one
way.
was intentional, because there's tracks up to it.
We went out of our way to
White
try.
tracks.
Well, no pickup tracks.
What, you know, white?
Yeah.
We went out of our way to try to put these things.
Well, it's been down
out
for
of the way.
2 or 3 months.
Yeah, it's been down a
Couple
while.
months,
It has. And I've got
a big old flatbed Ford that's running around up there.
Yeah. Could be, I don't know.
It was just a mile or so from there on that corner. Right. Cradle's old house.
Yeah, well, this is north.
Yeah,
Yeah.
north of there on the county,
Yeah.
yeah. But, yeah.
Yeah, they're quite fun. Because it just kind of bends up their posts and everything else, but, I mean, they're running them over, but over east, they're pulling clear out the ground.
Really?
And all. And these are 4-foot anchors on them. I mean, standard is 3, and they said the standard type slope we got, 4, you know.
Yeah, I've seen the one, the majority of them are staying.
Yeah,
I
some
see.
Some of them are, so, you know, it's just,
Select few.
yeah. It's kind of irritating, but we'll go through and get them, it's kind of like the
Yeah,
railroad advance warning signs along there, they all get knocked down.
yeah.
What's the state's rule on access roads off of state highways? Is it
You probably get one per quarter, one
per quarter?
per quarter, one per 80. Probably one per quarter. And the only exception to that would probably be is if the quarter's divided into an 80. And then they'd probably try to put it in the middle, would be my guess. And if you wanted more than that,
What if you had?
they're not very lenient about it.
What if you had a different owner for a corner of it?
Well, they can't deny them access. I mean, it's kind of like the deal out here with the irrigation outfit. I mean, they may have to pay for the pipe.
Who would you call and ask them?
No, Northup BK got that agreement. Is who you'd have to deal with. Business North of Jury, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could sure use one up there on that corner going into this place.
There used to be one, well, there's kind of one halfway down, probably.
Yeah. It's more like 2/3
Yeah.
the way down. I wish we need one further south somewhere.
Yeah.
That is steep in there.
Yeah, because I mean, a lot of what, I mean, we probably got more than we should, but we just try to accommodate people.
Yeah.
This bad, you know, like up north of us, and I know some guys, they want 4 or 5.5 miles. Well, they were strip farming and they didn't want to
Yeah.
drive. Well, I
Well, one on
understand,
every strip.
I understand the predicament here, but I mean, my goodness,
Just
this
make
is
your
kind
own.
of, well, and some people, it don't matter, they go in and out of the ditch wherever they want, they drag the disc on it.
It'll fill up eventually. You can get across there.
It's kind of like a, we had a place where, well, after we sealed the road, just come out and get out. I mean, it's cosmetic, it's kind of cosmetic, but what's bad is that you're gonna look at it for 4 years. Then you look at all your hard work and then you get that. But that's life.
Yeah.
We should have the building bids next week, everything for them,
I sent, one guy asked me about a local guy, and I sent him your number.
so he came by that. And I think he asked about coming up here
Up here.
next week.
He just wants to be here. I mean, we can't, he can be here. He asked me, and he said he wants to be there. I said, anybody can be here.
Yeah.
Probably can't say anything, but you can listen.
Very good.
Well, and then they shot a 4-inch line where we were shooting a 5.
Yeah.
And I don't think we were probably getting them out of paint down on ours. Well, it'll be interesting to see what this looks like in about a year from now, or, next summer, after it goes through the winter, because I noticed, well, on 50, you can really tell where that was 2 years ago and how much that has faded in
Yeah.
2 years. I mean, you really don't think about it until you see something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell they're a little narrower.
Mhm.
But like they were maybe quite as heavy. Or is
The
it-
mill thickness?
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it's probably heavier.
you think it is?
Yeah,
I bet the narrowness makes it look that way.
It looked, yeah.
that's probably,
Lighter.
I think that's probably what it is.
That could be.
I know one county, Coffee County, and some of these counties spray a wider line, but then they make sure that he drives slower so they get a bigger mill thickness.
Why did KDOT, when they did 281 highway, when they got that, why did they leave 30 inches outside the white line to the edge of the road? It makes it look narrow. They've got all kinds of room.
Oh, I don't know.
If you're a smart driver, you need to drive on the white line.
I
Why
don't
did
know.
they put that so far in?
Let's see, it's just like,
I don't know why we don't have shoulders. The K-19, from 50 to K-19, there's no shoulders.
No shoulders.
There are on 281. Why did they put that white line?
That's what-
In there
narrow?
north area.
Oh, yeah.
But there's nothing.
there was a
Where
lot of
we were
big,
east,
well, I
from the south.
there was a
Yeah.
lot, there was a lot of asphalt
Huge
between
shoulder.
the two.
And there's nothing. That's the most,
They could have done it pretty easy when they did that.
There was a lot of asphalt
that's
between the two
nature's part
bridges
of
that
it,
year.
is the south. I
Where is
think.
that?
Between the two
Oh.
bridges. It came up pretty good.
Yeah.
I think there was a lot of, actually the state ought to be doing more work right now than they ever have before, because the price of asphalt's now lower than it has been probably the last 5 years.
You just check and see how many people drive on that white line because they made it so narrow, and that's where they should be, in my opinion.
And you gotta listen to that rumble strip.
Yeah, well, thank God they didn't put it on the outside.
No, because I don't think it was
If
white.
they would have put it on the outside, that would have really happened, you know.
Let's see, there, rumble strip went all the way across K-19. Because this doesn't meet the criteria, evidently the criteria, because I asked about it, they said it doesn't meet the criteria of being wide enough to put the rumble strip in. I thought the point of the rumble strip in the middle was to keep guys from drifting across.
Crossing over, yeah.
It's funny, you can always tell when somebody's messing with their phone or a cattle truck,
Somebody
because
calls it text
because they'll start bouncing between the two. Oh, it's amazing to see how many truck drivers are on phones when they're not supposed to. Because the only communication device that a truck driver is supposed to have is hands-free. But there's sure a lot of them on it.
A lot of people on it, so.
Very good.
Yep. You have anything else?
I
Oh,
want to get the carpets cleaned at the annex.
Jeez.
We've got a couple of pretty good sized spots. I'd like to get them for the bank because they're already in there in December. Well, it's for the annex room and for the extension side, their carpets. Economic development side is pretty, the hallway's full of the cabinets for their business incubators.
Sorry, I couldn't.
So we really
say
can't do
that.
anything over there, but that's not just the annex, the community room, it's for extension side. I'd really like to go with the Magna Dry because it's supposed to dry in an hour, and he's gonna put on some free, protector.
Scotch guard.
We've never had the carpets cleaned over there, and I think Teresa and I have talked, and we think it's time.
Wherever that money comes out of.
County General, I've got money in there to do it if you so choose to.
Need a motion?
If please.
I make a motion to accept the bid for Magna Dry to clean up annex carpets for $1,595.22.
okay. Second. Have a second motion to let Magna Dry clean the carpets in the annex. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion
adjourn.
Thank you. No, that's all I have.
Anything else?
Nope.
For adjourn